This week we're focusing on fantasy books. How can we work together to make our lives better? Read about how a girl's forgotten writing tools work together to become useful again. Fantasy is make-believe. Super tools. A few weeks ago, Lucy's mom and dad brought a new computer home. "This is so cool!" exclaimed Lucy. Lucy used the computer all the time, but not everyone was happy about the new computer. Lucy didn't know it, but her writing tools felt sad and useless. One day, while she was at school, they had an emergency meeting. "Lucy hasn't used us in a week," cried the markers. "Can we demand to be used?" asked the crayons. "No, that would be rude. But we can remind her how great we are," said the pencils. "Yes," they all agreed. "Let's remind her." After school, as soon as Lucy came through the door, she grabbed a glass of juice and went right to the computer. She had to write a report about birds. The writing tools watched and waited. When Lucy was done, she printed her report. That night, the writing tools got busy. They worked together to make a picture for Lucy. The pencils made a sketch, and the markers drew the birds in the tree. The crayons drew the sun in the blue sky, and the picture was good enough to frame. The next day was Saturday. Lucy woke up late. Then she went to get her report. Lucy gasped. She couldn't believe her eyes. "Who drew this great picture?" she asked. "Did you draw this?" Lucy asked Mom and Dad. "You know the answer to that," they laughed. "Stop joking. You drew that great picture." That made Lucy think she wished that she had drawn it. "It is fun to draw," she said. Lucy hung the picture in her room. Then she took out her pencils, crayons, and markers. "I'll draw my own picture for my report," she said. Lucy and her pencils, crayons, and markers worked together. They drew a super picture. From that day on, Lucy kept drawing, and the writing tools felt happy and useful. How did Lucy's writing tools work together to become useful again? Do you know? The theme is the big idea or the message of the story. What was the theme or the message of this story? Here are some clues on the page. If you have boxes for this week on your paperwork, go ahead and try and fill it in. Here's a clue. The pencils made a sketch. Another clue. The markers drew the birds in the tree. Clue number 3. The crayons drew the sun in the blue sky. The theme, that means what it was about, the message, is the writing tools worked together to make their lives better so they could be useful again.